All right, what's going on, family? This is Paul McMillan II. Welcome to another live session. So we're going to be doing a back testing session on NAS100, and it's May 3rd, 2022. Let me check the news here real quick. Of course, I'm not trading any Forex pairs, but as you can see, there's a lot of pairs that are going to be under some volatile news. So that might give me an advantage. Trading NAS100, the USD pair. It's going to be under some major news today, so that's going to give me an advantage trading the NAS100 against the USD pair. So the very first thing we are going to do is, let me grab my rule book here. Refresh this page here. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is mark up market structure from the 15-minute to the 4-hour time frame. So I'm going to pause this recording until I go as far back as possible until price stops. Be right back. All right, so this is as far back as price goes. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a vertical line here. We're going to save this progress, and then what we're going to do is we're going to mark up market structure using the horizontal lines and zones based off of institutional imbalances. We're going to put one here. Let's see, this is going to be a 15 minutes, so it's yellow. You see there's a huge imbalance move here. Price respected this support twice, so this is a liquidity area, so this is a good spot, as well as here. Mark it up here as well. I think this is probably going to be a good area as well here. Maybe put one all the way to the top here. And then now we're going to mark up the zones, okay? All right. So I'm going to put this here. Right. All right. So we got the 15-minute marked up. So I think it's safe for us to go on ahead to the 30-minute. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to go all the way back to where we were, to that vertical line. Exactly, slow today. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so this is where we started marking up at this point. So now that we're on the 1 hour, what I want to do is I'm going to mark up this one. Then we're going to mark up here. Let's see. All right. So we mark up these two. Then I'm also going to mark up down here as well. Live liquidity to cause the imbalance move here and all the way up to here. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw. Then I want to change these to green. That way they represent the 30-minute zones. I don't know why this is not changing the green, guys. There we go. All right. So now we have marked up the 30-minute. Let's see. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the 1 hour time frame. See where we're at with that. All right. So now we are actually at the 1 hour time frame. The internet is terrible right now. I'm going to pause this recording until the internet clears up. All right, so now we're on the 1 hour time frame. So let's go ahead and mark this up. Change this to red. Right. A lot of liquidity here. A lot of liquidity. Right. Now we're going to place our zones. All right. Then I'm going to also probably going to also mark this up as well. All right. So now what we're going to do is move on to the 4 hour. See where we're at. And as we can see, this is where current price is at. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on ahead back to the 15-minute. I kind of like to put maybe online, maybe up to here possibly. Yeah, kind of like that. Well, maybe up to here. Put another one down here, down here. Now I'm going to change this to 4 hour, which is purple. Put some zones there. I might actually take this out here. And if I got to add a zone, I'll probably do that if I have to. All right. So now that we have completed step one, the very next step is to actually identify the trend on the 15-minute. Now, when we look at price here, we can see that there was a huge imbalance move to the upside here. Then there was a little bit of a pullback. And then it looks like price is pushing up a little bit here. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a downtrend and a pullback here. So, I mean, I think it's safe to say that price is trending up at this point. So I will draw a trend line here. Actually, I'll say that price is actually trending down at this point. So I'm going to say price is actually bearish. Now what I'm going to do is actually pull out the fib. And see, as you can see, price pushed all the way up and it's pulling back on the 38.20. So it may be a possibility that price probably is trending up, like I said the first time. So I'll put a trend line here for now, based on what I can see. Now, I'm going to erase this. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Right. Now, I identified the trend. So now the very next thing that I'm going to actually do is turn on my order, turn on my higher high and lower low strategy. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set my buy and low X factor lines. These are the lines that I set to wait for a proper breakout. This might actually be more appropriate for this here. And then this one here. This is going to be for the buy. All right. And so basically the way it works with me is I wait to see which way price is going to break out when a 930 bell hits. And I determine that by which imbalance that price is more likely going to probably fill, whether they fill imbalance in this area because of all this imbalance that was created here, or this imbalance that was created here. And that's what I'm going to be looking for. So now that I have set that, I'm going to turn this off now. All right. Might actually just take, this zone out unless I need to put it later. If I need to add it, I'll add it later. So now that I did that, now I'm going to turn on my order block indicator. And so in this gray area, we see a lot of imbalances that were created. So we can actually see it here. but we can see it here. That was a result from price shooting up very, very quickly on this possession. Now, the reason why that happens is because when the institutions are putting in their buy or sell orders, doesn't matter which one, they have billions and trillions of dollars to put into the market. That's what makes price bust up so fast. But when it busts up so fast, it doesn't give the average traders or the average buyers and sellers the opportunity to put in their buy and sells. So it creates an insufficiency of price. Kind of like here, you see that there was a sell order that wasn't fully fulfilled. Same thing here as well. So what happens is that even though the institutions made a guap of money off of this run, but they also lost a lot of money because of these sell orders not being filled up. So they're going to have to medicate all that. Now they already kind of medicated that by pulling price back down to sell off that. So the question is, which next set of imbalances are they going to sell off first? Is it going to be these imbalances down here or these imbalances up here? We will find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of these horizontal lines for these imbalances here, okay? So now that we have located that, also look for Harami candles, kind of like this here, and that's what make price shoot up. I saw Harami candle, well, this looks like an evening star, but this is another example of a Harami candle as well. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set my risk to reward tools, okay? So I'm going to do it for the sell. So price happens to sell, then I'm looking for it to break here. I'm looking to get a certain amount of pips from NAS here. And so then I'm going to go ahead and set it here to where this is take profit 1. And that's going to be 910 pip. So I'm going to say 900 pips plus. Right? We'll pull this down to here. This is going to be 1700 pips plus. So that's going to be a price sells. So then what I'm going to do is do this here. All right. Then I'm going to do one for the buy. That's going to be up here. And then let's see how many pips it's going to be from here. That's a decent amount. So then this is going to be take profit 1. $509 plus pips. This is going to be 1,500. So then that's what we're going to set at this point. And so the reason why I set these risk to reward tools is for the simple fact, so whichever way price ends up going, then I'll have my stop loss and take profit ready. Now, my personal opinion, price can go either way. But judging by the fib here, go all the way down here. Price is retracing back at the 61.80. So it could be a possibility that price might come back and maybe test up to here and then drop. Or something real quick. But then again, price possibly might. We're looking at price bouncing up for 38.20. Price probably could go either way, but it wouldn't make sense, honestly, if they decide to drive price down to sell off this previous order here, all of this here first, before they decide to bring it back up. That would make sense if they do that. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the Delorean EMA indicator. Now, when I use this indicator, this is extra confirmation on top of any analysis I do. After I've done my market structure, located institutional imbalances, price action, etc. So when the yellow EMA crosses the red EMA, that's either for a solid sell or a buy. You can kind of see that here. Kind of see when the yellow crossed the red and went up to this point, huge moves, right? Now, if the yellow EMA crosses the red EMA and it breaks above and goes up to here, then I'm probably going to buy. But we can see that the yellow EMA has already crossed the red and dipped down. So if it goes further down, then it's probably going to sell, then I'm going to jump into that. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the 9:30 bell. It's going to take about an hour, and we'll see where we're at. I'm thinking that price is going to possibly sell. So so at this point, I mean, I do see the yellow EMA cross the red, but I would need for it to close above. So I would need a little bit more confirmation. But we'll see. So once we get about 9:15, 9:20, then I'll determine, what stop loss or take profit I'm going to put in as far as the buy or sell. So we're going to wait for the 9:30 bell. We're going to see where we're at. So stay tuned. All right, so it's 9 o'clock, so we have about another 30 minutes. So each candle forms in about, it's 15 minutes long. So the next candle is going to really determine, the next two candles is probably going to determine which way price is really going to go. So once we get about 9:20, I'm going to probably make my decision on whether I'm going to buy and sell this thing. Well, as far as putting as my stop loss or take profit and getting in position. And that way, when the 9:30 bell rings, we'll be in the right position to capitalize when price really moves. So stay tuned. All right, so it's 9:08. I decided to put in my stop loss and take profit for the short position. And the reason why is because, and this is what I'm thinking. When I turn on my order block indicator and I turn on the order block finder, you'll see a lot of order blocks, sell order blocks up here. And that's the reason why price is starting to trend down. So I'm thinking price is going to probably drop, but we'll know for sure after the 9:30 bell. So we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, so when we look at this candle here, it's a possibility the price probably is going to dip, which makes sense. They have these imbalances to fill down here. because of this move, previous move here. So they might sell it down. So we have about over 7 minutes. By the time the 7 minutes is over, the next candle forms. It's going to be the 930 bell. We'll see what price goes. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. All right, so we have 2 minutes left until the 930 bell. It's a possibility price might probably drop, but we will see. We have about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Then I'm already in position. We'll see. All right, so we have about 12 seconds left. Let's see what happens. I put on our seat belts, see what's popping. So let's wait. It's like it's dropping now. 930 bell. It's dropping down now. So I'm in there. Oh snap, it's dropping. Let me close my first partial trade, then I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Let me get it quick enough. That's $65. That's good. Ooh, it's dropping. Smash first, take profit. Hold on. $65 profit. Let me see where I'm at. 24. So I'm going to trail my stop loss. Hold on. 13039. 0.8. Modify. So now I'm going to let my second partial trade run, and I'm going to let it keep on going until it stomp me out. Oh, it's dropping some more. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. One, 3, 0, 2, 1. 1, 0. $88 profit for the day. Loving it. Loving it, loving it. And so now when I share my screen here, did a huge drop. It smashed the first take profit. So that was, we smashed about 821 pips worth of NAS. So we got good, guys. Let's put our hands up. All right. So that's it for this live session. See you in the next live session tomorrow. Take care. Bye.